Hello, good morning. We're about to start ripping all that out of here because we're going to throw a turbo on. You guys want to see the new turbo? I got it down here on the floor in a box. Let me show it to you. Ooh, look at that. Pretty turbo. And all new, one-time, some clamps and all that good stuff. All new one-time use parts. So, first step is take this bad boy off of here and we're going to drain the coolant. So I'm going to get this up in the air and I'm going to drain the coolant, and then we're going to start by taking this off, the intake tubes. I may take the hot pipe off when I get the intake off, but there's some bolts back there and some hoses and stuff, and just to get this off the upper intake. And then we will take this out, this pipe, and we will take the lower intake off. And there's an electrical connector down below here for the throttle body. But first, let me get the coolant drained, and then we will come back and we will start taking bolts out. All right, coolant's drained. Now I'm going to remove these hoses. Then I'm going to remove this intake tube. This is a cold tube, 8mm. Then you have a little clampy clamp. And then I'm going to take this side off too. There's a bolt here, and then a clamp down here. I'll undo. Actually, just may take the whole thing off. Just unclamp it all down there. Unplug the sensor, and then undo it from here, and then we'll start getting everything out of the way. So first thing, get a pair of pliers. Lovely. I'll flip it over here for the time being until I get that taken off, because these are put together. Oh, no, I'll just unclip it. Then it has the top rivet. Move it over here out of the way. I am going to have to remove that anyway, but I should be able to pop that over too. Let's see, 8mm. Helps if I go the right way, huh? So this one I can actually do that. I got lucky, it was up on top. Sorry, had to give it a good tug. Make this bad boy out of here. Timber. Please don't fall. And it fell. So now I can get a bungee cord, just kind of bungee these over out of the way. I don't want to break them. Just kind of move it over like that. Get it over out of my way. And then I can start. I have to take this off because there's the intake bolts back here. And there's intake bolt. And then unplug this one. It's got a little popper right here. And then a bolt right there that I gotta take out. And then obviously take these and I'll be able to lift this out of the way. So and then we'll work on the connector for the throttle body. And it's on the EGR temperature plugged in right here, and it's got a little one there, and then if you can see it, one right there. So I'm gonna have to take this off, but I'm gonna get this off first. Let me get this cleared out of the way, and then get this all loosened up, and then we'll show you. We'll go from there. All right, all the bolts are loose on the intake. This one's a 12 millimeter. The rest of them are 8s. Move that out of the way. That one's an 8, and there's one there, and then there's 2 back behind it. And hey, look at there, she wiggles. So I'm gonna finagle this thing out of here and see if I can place this where you can see it. But first I'm going to take this hot air tube off. That's an 11 mil. And then you got the spring clip. I might be able to get back to with my little screwdriver. should pop up into the lock. There it goes. Didn't unlock. I'm gonna get that off of there. Okay. Once you get all your bolts out, there's actually supposed to be another Christmas tree right there that holds the back of the map sensor where this one, I broke this one, but I'll put another one in it. You have to lift up on the intake and move it toward the passenger side so you can clear that pipe right there, which is, there's an 8mm bolt. See that 8mm bolt? If you loosen it, you can loosen this, move this pipe around. But you're gonna lift up on it and you're gonna turn toward the driver's side and come out like that. So it sits in like this. Sits in there like that. You're gonna lift and turn and come out like this. So there's our turbo. Let's look down inside there because that's where it went bad at. Can't really see nothing down in there. But it went bad. You can hear it really bad inside here. So all I got left to do is take this bolt out, and then I can remove this, and then I've already unplugged my sensor for the pressure, crankcase pressure, and you got to undo it from down here, and then I'll have bolt and there's another bolt right there, and then this bolt, and then this should lift out of here. Oh, and I gotta undo the clamps down there so I can get to it. And then we have heat shield and everything else we got to work with back there. But yeah, lovely, isn't it? Lovely. So I'm gonna pull this off of here right quick. I believe these are tins. I may just pick it up and move it over to the other side. Get my little 8. Where's my little 8? Where's my little 8? But once I get all this up here, I'm gonna have to go down underneath on the passenger side, and there's a clamp and a bolt that I got to get from the exhaust. Remember, sorry, I am changing gaskets and everything. I believe these two over here are the long ones. Short, short, long. I had it backwards. Oh, my clamp, which is a 8. And then we can finagle it up out of here. And then I have to get that connection loose down there. And that's supposedly a one-time use part. Most of the time they are. But we know a trick how to get that off of there. So let me work that off of there right quick, because I need 2 hands to do that. Nice. So we'll be right back. All right. So to get this off, if you look, it's got these little lock tabs on here, and it's supposed to be a one-time use. See how it's locked down? And those lock over the top of that. What I gotta do is, I learned this from PTT, good buddy. While you got it off, you get a pick in there and you push it up from this side. Grab it in there and pull it up. When you do that, you pull back on this a little bit and you can turn it. Once you turn it, you go to the next one and do the same thing, and then finally when you get to the third one, it pops right off. But we found our problem. So there's the turbo. I just got to take the heat shield off. There's a bunch of exhaust clamps and stuff back there I got to get. And once I get this bad boy out of here, you know, I got to disconnect the. I may just go ahead and take this hose off. This pipe. Take this pipe off. Make it a little easier. That's the other 8mm bolt I was telling you, make it a little loose. I'm gonna take that pipe off, and then I have to disconnect that. They got little spring clips in them. Somebody's been in here before and they broke that. Look at there. So there's that. And I'm gonna start working on this to get it out of the way. And but yeah, that's. Let me see down there. Yeah, that was a failure. So I'm gonna work on getting this out. When I get it almost out of there, like I said, you gotta. That's the pedestal mount. I may leave this line on here. Disconnect that one. I gotta take the heat shield off. The heat shield, and then I got this clamp. There's another clamp back behind it, and then down there at the bottom, on the passenger side in the fender well, there's another clamp and a bolt that I gotta take out. So, all right, we'll be back. I don't know if you can see back up in there, but the top clamps are loose. I'm just gonna have to maybe smack them with a pry bar or something like that because they're tight. You come down here to the passenger side fender well. Might be able to see it with this. And maybe not. Let's go up under here. Alright, there's that clamp there. Clamp, then a bolt, then another clamp that I gotta loosen. And then go up top. And I spilled some coolant. Go up top, and then I'll take the rest of it, the 4 bolts that hold it down, take that out. There you saw the turbo failure. It's done. I got pulled away from it because I had to go do some other stuff. So after this last clip that I showed you where up inside the fender well, clamp, bolt, and then there's a clamp up above that, you can get it from the top. I actually just raised the vehicle up and went up beside the exhaust and didn't even go through the fender well, and loosened that 10 mil bolt, and then loosened that clamp, and then I just lowered it back down and went to the top and tried to take that clamp off. They go through heat cycles, so the bolts and everything are hanging out of them. I just got to figure out how I'm going to pry them off of there, and the 4 bolts that hold the turbo down are out. But the turbo is not out yet. But the main point of this video was to actually see where the turbo failed, and you can actually see that in there. So I appreciate it. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I will film maybe like another part or something like that when I get the rest of it out. But so we got to the failure point. That's good. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.